What is up, everybody? Two here today. So we're gonna talk about Shaquille O'Neal donating 1,000 PS5 and Nintendo Switches, and he gave it to kids this holiday season. Probably because it was probably most likely to kids whose parents couldn't afford either PS5 or Nintendo Switch. So this is a good, wholesome story right here, right? But apparently, Sony fanboys have decided to turn this into a console war situation, which I just don't know why or how. But I'm just never shocked on this app right here. So, just reading some of these comments, like some people say, "Glorious news, King, true legend," because that's a real nice thing to do for kids that you don't know for this holiday season. People who probably who wasn't able to afford one of these consoles. But then you see comments, where we keep scrolling, you'll see some of these comments where the Sony fanboys, they found this post and was saying this complete nonsense with this thing right here. Let's see if I can find some of these quotes. But yeah, but you see like some good wholesome comments like superhero, nice, like a comment like this. Rumor has it that Microsoft tried to offer him some Xbox Series X and S's for free. His response was that COVID has done enough that'll make this holiday worse. Not my words. What? Like, what? Then his comment says, even the OG knew no kid wanted a Series console. LMAO. Wow. No Xbox consoles. Just having a laughing fit right here. And what a legend. What about Xbox? Like, how petty can you be? Like this is just so ridiculous. This is like the equivalent, it's like those Make-A-Wish kids, and they like they got like cancer or something, and they want to meet like their favorite celebrity. That's like if a kid saying, all I want to do is play I guess on a PS5 and play God of War Ragnarok. And then it's like some Sony fanboy saying, hey, look, even this kid that has like some type of terminally ill disease doesn't want an Xbox. Like, how low can you go at this point? Like, seriously, like, how low can you possibly go? Like, jeez. This comment says, no Xbox, interesting. Like, these guys are just ridiculous at this point. Like, jeez. Then it is kind of a thing, like how you got 1,000 PS5s and Nintendo Switches, because it's like it's super hard to get it's super hard to get a PS5 in the first place. So people are questioning like how you even, like, did he buy it from scalpers? Like, how do you get so many PS5s to begin with? So but Xbox Series X, like, it just was fascinating. How do you manage to bring up Xbox? It's something that doesn't even have to do with Xbox at all. They just managed to bring it up. It's just fascinating. Like, jeez. It's like, can Jim Ryan get these guys some games already? It's like February can't come sooner, bro. It's like, jeez. Well, I'm looking for more comments. We're gonna talk about. Let me see. There's one right here. No, let's talk about this other comment that I seen. Well, this guy, how you just like, wow. So this guy says, and his name is just hilarious. So his tagline says, support games, not consoles. But he makes a big fanboy tweet right here. Make that make sense. So he says, his parents taught him well. Shaq knows what an Xbox is, and yet he didn't bother getting it for those kids. Especially since the Series S was much in stock. He didn't want to disappoint those kids. Really? And it's like, and we just being logical about this whole situation. These are kids who, I guess, aren't financially, the parents didn't want to buy them these systems because they were going through a rough time or whatever. It would make more sense to buy them an Xbox Series S because you got Game Pass and you got access to over 100 games on Game Pass. I mean, that would kind of be the better deal, but I guess like just pop culture, PS5 is more popular, but it didn't stop these guys from making this wholesome thing and being console war nonsense. So let's see what people have to say about this. Okay, so he doubles down and says, hello, Xbox fans are here saying this is a console war post when they should be asking themselves why didn't he choose to buy an Xbox? Here's a hint, PlayStation and Nintendo are more popular than Xbox. Shaq is a pony. Goku wouldn't post this kind of bad intention us. And congrats for Shaq, he is awesome. You bring up an interesting point. I know if I bought certain kids an Xbox instead of a PlayStation, they would be disappointed. But how many kids would be mad if you gave them a PlayStation instead of an Xbox? Too bad he didn't realize poor kids can afford $7 8-hour games. Blocked. This is kind of really being blocked. Like, how do you troll on a? How do you make a console or nonsense out of a wholesome thing like this? It's just kind of ridiculous. This kind of sounds like an attack on the Xbox players, dude. Tone it down. Kind of sad you took a wholesome story like this and went the fanboy route. Just baffles me how Microsoft and the Xbox live in y'all minds rent free. It definitely does. It's like when you see a story like this and all you think about is that, hey, he didn't buy these guys, he didn't buy the kids Xboxes. It's like Xbox lives in y'all heads rent free at all hours of the day at this point. Microsoft is there. I have Xbox, I have a PS5, I have a Switch, which has the best games, clearly Nintendo and PlayStation. Sony is not even close from Xbox. Xbox still has a lot of learning to do. They're still pretty focused on making Windows can be great at everything. LOL. Really, Shaq does a major gesture of generosity, and you can't help but bring up console wars. You're really turning something good into a console war post. Jesus Christ. That killer PS5 lineup made him do it. Only this jerk transforms unwholesome news into console wars. My God. Coming from a PlayStation fanatic, Game War ended when sex was invented. So this mofo gets 1,000 PS5s and I can't even get one for myself? BS. Well, he's a celebrity. So Shaq can afford to buy off scalpers. Kids don't have Wi-Fi to activate them and turn everything into console wars just makes you look pathetic. LMFAO, you don't need Wi-Fi to activate PS5 more on this Xbox exclusive limitation. You gotta be one miserable, stupid mofo to turn this into a fanboy thing. Jesus Christ, get a life. So they roasted this guy for his opinion about turning this into the whole console word thing. Like it's just insane. Like, I am never shocked when I get on this app to see what these Sony guys are saying about Xbox. And it is just the most craziest things. So this guy says, Shaq didn't want to disappoint the kids. He knows Xbox has no games. I was like, wow. Where do you get the 1,000 PS5s? Isn't there a chip shortage? Yeah. Microsoft on suicide watch. Why would Microsoft be affected by this? See how it doesn't say Xbox? Probably because PS5s are better. This is so ridiculous. Like, these guys just, like I said, I'm never shocked when I get on this app. It's just the most ridiculous stuff on this app right here. Oh man. He sent 1,000 Xbox to the local penitentiary. Those guys won't be back. What? What does that even mean? Okay then. I know you. I called my friend from Nintendo Switch ordered about 1,000 Switches and 1,000 PS5s. His friend has to be a scalper or some insane connection no one else has. Either way, awesome gesture. Something those kids will never forget. Shaq is always the best. Okay. Shaq is the man, the best console, and the best handheld being provided to kids for the holidays. Amazing. Feel good story of the day. Bet those kids were really happy with their Nintendos and PS5s. Oh man, like these comments. If people saying he's a scalper because he got 1,000 PS. I don't think I'm gonna conclude it right here, but yeah, this is just ridiculous. I was like, you got a wholesome story like this. What is this comment right here? Wow. So he says that's why we couldn't get them bees back in stock for some broke ass kids. Jesus. I'm so glad I didn't see the headline on the same day. There's a grown man in my mentions crying because he doesn't have a PS5. Notice he bought a PS5 because the Xbox is the equivalent of coal for Christmas. Jeez. These guys need some exclusives badly. They need some exclusive games. They need some exclusives badly because I guess February can't come sooner for these Sony guys because they think about Xbox 24/7. With crazy comments like this is just well. Like I keep scrolling, I keep seeing comments about Xbox. Like this guy says, no Xbox though. That's crazy. Like, why is Xbox even being mentioned? Like, he didn't. It says the PS5 and Nintendo Switches. Why is Xbox even being mentioned? Because console wars. They have to bring up console wars in every situation. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely leave your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like for this video. As always, thanks for watching and peace.